Good evening. Don't worry, the Match of the Day family is sticking together. 8 matchups coming your way. And punditry royalty in the studio, Jermaine Genius and Danny Murphy. Leicester's 9-0 demolition of Southampton.
Walk off, and I'm sure that the opposition are talking about Man United as a very, very hard-working team with the quality of players we've got. That's what I want from my team, and delighted.
It's not nice to lose the game 4-0, but this what can happen on this level with a side who's still struggling with many injuries, and for that, yeah, we are realistic. We know that when you are not switched on in each every moment, this could happen, and for that, of course, we are disappointed today, but it's not like we will give up.
You're happy today. Obviously, you weren't happier earlier in the week. Has it felt at times a little bit like 1 step forward and 2 steps back?
You know, when you play Man City in a Carabao Cup and they put the strongest team out, you know that you've gone places, because that means that they respect us. We're taking more than 2 and 3 steps forward before the 1 step back, because behind the scenes we know that we're doing some good work.
Well, it was a semi-final and there was no Jesus or Aguero, but we'll give him that one anyway. Terrific day for Marcus Rashford, 200 games now. He seems to have been around forever, hasn't he? He's still only 22. It's quite something, isn't it?
He's a super talent. I mean, I have to give Brandon Williams and Mata some respect today, because they both put in really good performances as well. But Rashford was on a different level. He's carrying this team. This bit of skill is incredible. He's playing with a confidence and a strut that probably the best run of form he's ever had in a Man United shirt.
Well, he's maturing.
He's maturing.
Becoming,
But what was impressive today was his variation in play. I mean, he started on the left. Very rarely was there, by the way. He ended up through the middle, down the right. And he's starting to make so many good chances for others, as well as getting chances for himself. His passing was good. His strength's good. Holds the ball up when he needs to out on that left side, doesn't get shaken off the ball, and this type of thing. You know, this ability and skill that he's got around the box to take people on. I mean, considering what's happened to Kane, and we don't know what's going to happen in the Euros, but we've got to keep this lad fit, because he is playing with the confidence of someone who could be brilliant for England in the Euros. 19 goals in all competitions this season. He's firing in shots from everywhere. He's linking the play well as well, which I think is really important. You know, you're not just causing problems in the final third. You're doing your bit when you're coming deep and getting your team out when you're under a bit of pressure. Nearly picks Martial out with that cross. This time on the left, look, doesn't have to take someone on. He's got some good passing range as well. Yeah. Brandon Williams getting forward there, and he dispatches the penalty. Not sure he'd be best pleased with his manager taking him off when he's got a brace, but wrapping him in cotton wool is a good thing for England, that's for sure. And
2020 for Manchester United, including a 3-1 defeat against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. Bottom of the table, Norwich arrived at Old Trafford 7 points from safety. Simon Brotherton, watch this one.
Marcus Rashford makes his 200th appearance for Manchester United. Only George Best and Ryan Giggs have reached that mark for the club at a younger age. The absence of top scorer Teemu Pukki with a hamstring injury is a big blow for Norwich, who've only scored 5 goals away all season. But 18-year-old Adam Eder makes his first Premier League start a week after scoring a hat-trick at Preston in the FA Cup. So Norwich City without a win in their last 8 matches before today in the league, although they did lead in 6 of those 8 games. There's Pereira, nicely crafted ball into Mata, picking out Anthony Martial. Zimmerman made a challenge, and the Manchester United forward almost stumbling to the ground. Rashford on the turn, and the flag has gone up on the near side. And we'll just have a little look at that, I think, in the VAR hub. Just watch the challenge from the Norwich City number 6 there on Anthony Martial. Stumble there from the United number 9. Forward here to Buendia. Now an opportunity to attack. Little bit of space for Todd Cantwell. Eder in the centre, ball in towards him. Harry Maguire is there and able to clear under pressure. It was a rare Norwich City foray into the Manchester United penalty area. This team have got another big game coming up next weekend. Norwich at home to Bournemouth, currently also in the bottom 3. Now Mata. Just curling that one into the far post. And Marcus Rashford Rashford is there to mark his 200th match for Manchester United with the game's opening goal. The home team ahead. 7th minute of the game. It's his 13th Premier League goal of the season. Mata collecting the ball in space, the little jink inside, and a beautiful pinpoint delivery. Just nudged past Tim Krul, and the goal that Manchester United's superiority so far deserves. Manchester United 1, Norwich City 0. Here's Buendia now for Norwich City. Looks for an opportunity, supported by Canwell. Oh, good save by David De Gea. That's the first time they've tested him this afternoon. And Manchester United's goalkeeper had to be at his best. Todd Cantwell looking for his 7th goal of the season. With half-time on the horizon, Norwich suddenly creating an opportunity. But a fingertip save from De Gea keeps Cantwell's shot at bay. And it remains 1-0. Norwich City, the only team yet to recover a single point after falling behind this season, losing all 13 matches in which they've gone behind. Rashford forward, Williams will chase, Tim Krul committed, makes the challenge, and Anthony Taylor, the referee, says that's a penalty. Krul committed quickly, way out wide in his penalty area, and a judge to have clipped Brandon Williams as the United player ran past. And Marcus Rashford taking a moment to compose himself as Norwich City's goalkeeper does his best to put off Manchester United's number 10. This for a 2-0 lead, and that's exactly what Marcus Rashford provides. His 2nd of the afternoon. Krul guessed right, just got a finger to it, but couldn't deflect it wide of the post. 2 goals in match number 200 for Marcus Rashford. There's a hint of a smile on the face of the Manchester United manager. Well, Norwich City before today have lost 7 matches on the road in the Premier League this season, and 4 of those 7 defeats have been by a 2-0 scoreline, which is where we are now. Fred into Williams. Rashford nearby. Matic. Lovely play by Manchester United in tight areas. Oh, and the ball just ballooning right across the face of the goal. And it's going to be a corner. It's taken quickly by Pereira to Mata. And it comes to Anthony Martial. It's 3-0. There's not going to be any way back for Norwich City today. Not here at Old Trafford. And Martial, who scored twice in the last home league match against Newcastle, is on target again here. And for the 2nd time this afternoon, it's a delightful delivery from Juan Mata, who has created goals number 1 and 3, and this time it is Anthony Martial on the end of it. Fred forward, Martial testing the legs of Grant Hanley. Rashford and Pereira up in support. This is Andreas Pereira. Williams at the far post, and how did he miss that? The shot so far over the top, it almost ended up in Salford Quays. Lovely play though from Manchester United, looking for a 4th goal. And Williams racing in. High over the top of the crossbar. Really should have been number 4. Zimmerman and Maguire exchanging headers. Back with Harry Maguire. Looking for the run being made by James. Aaron's going with him. Falls kindly for Greenwood. Looks for a chance to shoot. Takes it! It's 4-0. He's only been on the field for a few minutes. First sighting a goal for Mason Greenwood, and he finds the back of the net. It's Manchester United 4, Norwich City 0. And Greenwood has now scored in each of the last 3 Premier League home matches. as he nonchalantly dispatched that one past Tim Krul. Just what the manager required this afternoon.
You know, when you can...
He's got a big week ahead with Wolves and Liverpool, of course.
Yeah, certainly has. Great stuff from Marcus Rashford. 5 games still to